Hello guys, welcome back to Dragon Ball 2.0, and today I am finally going to be doing a review on Dragon's Race to the Edge, but I'm going to be doing a review by season order. So this is going to be a review on the first season, and then I will review over 5 seasons later on, and now then. Now, without further ado, let's do this then, shall we? So, what is Dragon's Race to the Edge? Well, Dragon's Race to the Edge is a continuation, takes place after the events of Dragon's Defenders of Berk, and also before the second movie of the original animated series. And basically, the first episode starts off with Dagger escaping prison from Hardcast Island, and he's escaped from Hardcast Island, and as for the rest of the writers, they basically doing different stuff over the years. Even Hiccup and Tutus are like doing their own thing, like exploring and whatever, and basically then suddenly Traitor Johan appears, and he needed Nem to help him with getting the treasure in the abandoned shipyard, so basically they go basically the writers go for there, and basically they went off and do split up and find a lot of stuff. Basically Hiccup and Tutus went ahead and explored this abandoned Dragon Hunter ship, and basically the Dragon Hunters will not appear into the next season, but that is something for later on we'll set up for the next season. No, but in any ways, Hiccup finds something in that ship, which is called a Dragon Eye, which is he named it in the second part. Yeah, that is a 2-part episode. So yeah, just in case you want to know. But anyways, let me see. So basically they discovered it was a trap, and by Dagger. And basically Dagger traps all of the riders and leaves them to die, and basically Hiccup and Tutus has to save them, but later Hiccup go and pick up the Dragon Eye in a totally next episode, and basically in the next episode they try to unlock the Dragon Eye, but then basically what they needed is to form the Subwave. Yes, there is totally new dragons in this season. In each different season 4, they are going to be introducing more dragons. So that's what it is. But in season 1, I think they only introduced about 2 or 3, or maybe 4 new dragons in season 1. So basically, Snow Wave is one of them, Desson is one of them, the Night Heroes are one of them, but I can't remember what else. But no, I think they are maybe introduced in the next season, I think. But anyways, these are the 3 dragons that got introduced, right? So basically, we got something second episode, we got finally got more character development on character of Goofy. So basically, she's a human doctor, and basically she has a backstory. Like once she was a teenager, her and friends just went exploring, and then suddenly they got eaten by snow apes. So basically they discovered that the snow apes can only track them. Basically, their vision was like blurry. You know, like one of those vision goggles thing, and they can heat up their body heat. Yeah, that's what it is. They can only see a person or something. It only travels by body heat and stuff. So yeah. So basically, they end up basically at the end of the episode, Hiccup did actually unlock the Dragon Eye, and basically what it is, it only tells you the species of the dragons, of all the dragons. So yeah, so it's just like a Poké Dragons, but not quite. So yeah, but in any ways, so I'm not too sure. I don't want to make this video too long, but in half like three or five episodes, we got the development on the writers living independently, and they put on the island. They found, and basically they built their own like place to live. Is called Dragon's Edge, and that's where the title comes in. Race to the Edge. Yep, the show does make sense now. Not when the 9 rounds try to put in continuity. We only get the title of the 9 rounds, meaning into season 7 they actually said that's what it means. Like, okay, but Race to the Edge, it actually makes make more sense and get straight into the point. So yeah, and in each different season. So yeah, and basically I think every season is basically about 13 episodes each. So what did they focus on this season is basically Dagger. It was insane when he did escape. He almost destroyed Asterix's entire family. Surprisingly, that's how serious the show can get in this season. And no return character, Heather. Yeah. So basically, just what happens at the end of Heroes of Berk. She basically trained her own dragon named Windshear, and oh yep, there's another new dragon on this, and Windshear's species is called Razor Whip. So yeah, and Razor Whip, I would say is almost identical to be a Deadly Manor whip-off, but Deadly Manor's Fire Whip is different than the Razor Whip, and also the birth of a Razor Whip is done differently. So I would say not almost, but again, that is just my opinion. No, but if you watch the show, then basically you kind of see you kind of notice it when you like first watch it and stuff. And And basically, just after that episode, we never actually seen Heaven again. But not into, like, season 2. Nearabouts. And, so yeah. So, what is the end of season 1? Well then. So basically, at the end of this season, on the last episode, basically, it almost gives you a clue what's going to be happening in the third movie, but anyways, but this episode is quite different, so don't take my words seriously. So yeah, but it's not that fault that Hook-Fang is going to be having a date, but no, another female boss's nightmare wanted attention from Hook-Fang to defend to let Hook-Fang defend the Titan Wave monster's nightmare. So main reason Titan monster's nightmare are territorial, and also fighting off with the female or something. Like, okay, that's interesting for a Titan win. That's interesting, but basically, Sona has decided to beat the Grubin, and basically with him and Hook-Fang, and they defeated the Titan Wayne Monstrous Nightmare. Yeah. And basically at the end of the episode, basically the Monstrous Nightmare eggs got hatched, and then that's it. That's basically the end of the episode. Now then, let's get into the amazing bits. So I would say it's a good start of a new era and a new adventure. I mean, in the first two shows, Heroes and Defenders, basically focuses on book. Totally focuses on the aerial book. That's good. That's pretty amazing. And then Twisted to the Edge, they actually got new locations and everything, new villains, and also the characters are so well developed. And I would say this in a few more reviews going forward. Basically, the other episode, where Fishes got hypnotized, and then Stardust just created this action hero or something, and basically Fishes is not his character. So yeah, but he will return back in later seasons. But I'm not too sure which one it is. It's either season 4 or 5. But in any ways, this season for me is a good start. It's a really good start. Not too much, but it's a good start of a new era. Now then. So the characters, they're all really well written. Nothing has changed about them. So yeah, that is good for them. So yeah, they're still developing those characters into How to Train Your Dragon 2. So yeah, that's good enough. Right. But in any ways, what are your guys' thoughts on season 1 of Dragon's Race 2 Edge? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Please tell me about it in the comment section. basically tell me something that I forgot to mention in the video, or did I not mention it, or anything like that. If there's something I missed, I'm so sorry I forgot to mention about that, but then hopefully in the next review video I will go and mention it or something. But in any ways, I will see you guys really. Excuse me. Hello? Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh. Oh.